Good morning, guys. Let's get started. Yeah, I hope you guys are able to see my screen.
Yes.
Yeah, thank
Yes.
you. So yesterday we started looking about stack. Can someone tell me what is a stack? What is a stack?
Stack is a
Data structure which follows.
Before last in first out.
Yeah,
last in first out.
yeah. Stack is a data structure which follows last in first out or first in last out. Okay. Now, what is a predefined class of a stack? Is what it is extending? What is the internal data structure of a stack? Vector. So now is the stack synchronized?
Yes.
Yes. Since vector is synchronized, stack is also synchronized. Now, apart from that, how can I say? How can I say that it is following a stack behavior? What methods I need to implement?
Push, pop, peak.
Yeah. So what does a pop method will do?
It removes the top of element on top of stack and returns it.
What does a peak method will do?
It won't return, but it just it won't delete. It just return the top of the element in the stack.
So what is the difference between peak and pop?
Pop reduces the peak will not.
Yeah, peak always returns the element but does not remove. Whenever you call the pop method, it returns the element which is on top of the stack and then it removes it, right? That means if you continuously do the peak method, if you continuously call the pop method, can I say your stack will become empty at a certain point of time?
Yes.
Yeah. So what happens if I call the peak and pop on an empty stack?
Oh. For pop, we get empty stack exception.
In peak also we get. What is the peak will do? It will give you the top of the stack, correct? If the stack itself is empty, then what does the peak will do? It does not return anything. It also return empty stack exception. Okay. Yeah. Now, yesterday I have asked you guys to implement the pop method. So I see Shiva, you have implemented. Thanks for trying. Yes, there is one small change in that program that you have written. So can I say remove last element is nothing but a pop method?
Yes.
Yes. So whenever I am removing the last element, do you need to do any shift operations? Not required, correct? For example, if this is a stack, or let me take if this is a stack, if I am calling the pop method, what is the output I will get? 50. And see, now, can you tell me after adding the data, what is the index value? See, I did not call any pop. So this is my data structure. So what is the index? Let us take, we do not have any elements. Okay. These are, so first I am adding s dot add. Where does it go?
0th index.
Okay. 0th index 10 will go. After adding the data, what is the index value?
1.
Index will be pointing it to 1, correct? After this performing this s dot add method, first 10 will be added in 0th index and then index will be pointing it to 1. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, this is 1. Okay. Now, whenever I say s dot add 20, where does this go?
First index.
And after that, what is the index value?
Index 2.
Okay. Let us take s dot add 30. I think index, it will be storing here and index will become 3, correct?
Yes.
S dot add 40. 40 will come here, index will become. Okay. Now S dot add 50. Now 50 will be stored and index will become 6, correct? Sorry, 5. My mistake. Index will become 5. Am I right? Everyone agrees with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, currently, index is holding index equal to 5, correct? Now, but if I say pop method, what is the output of a pop method?
Top
Element.
50. So that means so it will return 50 and 10, 20, 30, 40 only. And here this element will be null, correct? Because it is removing. Am I right? And so currently your index is holding 5. Now after removing the index, can I say index also I should reduce it? If I did not reduce, then what happened? There is a gap, correct? Next time whenever you are inserting, see currently you are calling index is holding 5, okay? 5. But after deleting an element, if I'm not reducing the element, okay? Now let us take. Currently index is holding 5. Let us do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something 6. Okay. Now 10, 20, 30, 40. I have removed 50. Done. This object has become null. Now that means this element, see whenever I do the pop method will do what? It will remove the element from the on top of the stack and it will return. So that means can I say this 50 is removed and the object is becoming null. Done. Now, but currently index is pointing it to 5 only, correct? Now, if I say s dot add, where the element will go? It will go to 5th index only, correct? So when it is going here, can I say if you are not reducing the index, can I say there is one blank space is there between 40 and 60? Agree with me? Yeah. So then what should I do? Whenever you are, so what is the implementation of a pop method? Whenever in the array list, whenever you are deleting a last element, do you need any shift operations? So if I am deleting this element, I have to do shift operation, correct? But if I am trying to delete the last element, do I need to perform any shift operation?
No.
Not required, correct? Shiva, I hope you understood the answer. In the code that you have written, you have to write, there is no shift operation is needed in the pop method because pop method will do what? It will always delete the last element, right? Now, in this example, if I am deleting a 50, now how can I delete? Currently, index is holding 5, but 50 is at what position? 4th position. Can I say A of minus index? What is the value? What is the meaning of A of minus index? Can I say it's a pre-decrement equal to null? If I write the code like this, then what does it mean? Currently, index is holding the value 5, correct? After adding 4 elements, index is holding 5. Now, minus index means what? Index equal to index minus 1. That means index will become 4. And then you are assigning it to null. So that means this value will become null, correct? Done. And what is the value that index is currently index is having? 4 only. So next time whenever you add, at this position, the value will be added. Hope everyone understood. Or if you are not comfortable like this, so what you see here, currently the index is holding 5, but you want to say top of the stack is nothing but 4, correct? You can do one way, a dot length minus 1. What is the a dot length, guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 minus 1, which will give you 4th index only. This is one way of writing, okay? And another way, what is the index value? Index is holding 5. Now, but how can I get the top of the stack? 4, correct? So index minus 1, index equal to, first I will do index equal to index minus 1. Then the current value of index will be 4. Now a of 4 equal to null. How can I remove? Remove means making the reference to null. Done. Whenever I make the a of 4 equal to null, can I say that is removed? Yes or no? Like this. Now, currently index is holding 4. Now, whenever someone is trying to add 40, S dot add 60, then where that will come? It will come into the 4th position only, correct? Because my index is holding 4. It will come here. Hope you understand, guys. Shall I repeat? Shiva, I hope you understand.
Yes, sir. Yeah, got it.
So shift operations is not needed, correct?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah. So shift operations is needed whenever you are deleting any element between 0th index to any last but one index, correct?
Yes. Sir.
Yeah. Does anyone has any questions on this? Sachin, Raj, Niti,
No, sir.
Kishore, Molly Bai. Shall I repeat anyone?
Kartik, yesterday only I joined these collections and threads. I will
Okay.
go to the previous videos. Are you covering now data? Are you started data structures or still it is in collections only?
Still it is collections only. Data structures will be started after the collections.
Okay. Thank you. I will go through the previous
Yeah.
videos just to show.
Before starting the data structure, there will be demo classes again. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, fine. So you go through, thanks for reminding me. You go through all the videos one by one. Okay.
Yeah.
And if you have any questions, you can ask me at any time. You can ask me the question in the WhatsApp group. Are you there in the WhatsApp group?
Yes, they added me. Ashok
Yeah.
added me in the WhatsApp group.
Yeah. So you can ask me question over there, or whenever you join the class, right? You can ask me there itself.
Thanks, Kartik. Yeah.
Yeah. So any others does have any question, Bharati, Asif, Kishore? Is it understood what should be the implementation of a remove method? Sorry, pop method. Shall I explain again?
Yeah, I joined a little late, sir. I will watch this video again. No, sure.
Okay. So I'll just quickly tell you again. So what does the pop method will do? Pop method will do the remove the top of the stack, correct? Last element present in the stack, and it will remove it and it will return it, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, so for those in the interest of for those who joined late, I'm repeating again. Just look at here. Whenever I'm adding a s dot add, where this will go? Which index?
0.
0th
0.
index. After
Yes.
adding, index value will become 1, correct?
Yes.
Now, then whenever I say s dot add, where it will go? It will go to worst position, and after that, index will become 2, correct?
Yes.
Likewise, here, it will be added second position and index will become 3. Now here it will be added third position, index will become 4. Now here it will be added fourth position and index will become 5. Can I say this is how my stack looks like? Index is holding 5th position. What is the top of the stack element?
50.
And it is with which position?
4.
So now what is now if I have to, so pop method means, can I say I'm removing the last element?
Yes.
Now, whenever you're removing the last element in the array list, do you need to perform any shift operations?
No.
No. So whenever you're removing the last element, what does it mean? Currently, how can you get the last element? There are two ways. A dot length minus 1, correct? Because we are starting with 0.
Yes.
Length is 5. 5 minus 1 is nothing but 4. Or another way is currently index is holding 5. 5 index equal to index minus 1. Then index will be pointing it to 4. And after that, I'm doing A of 4 equal to null, so that I'm removing. Correct? So now the question is, why am I reducing the index? Okay. Assume that if I'm doing the code like this, so the pop method will remove the last element. That means, how can I get a last element? A of A dot length minus 1 equal to null. If I run this, can I say this 50 will become null? Say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, this 50 will become null. Am I right?
Yeah.
Now, whenever it is null, but still, what is the index variable is having the value? 5, correct?
5. Yes.
Now, whenever I say s dot add 60, Can I say it will go into the fifth index and index will
Yes.
become 6, correct?
6. Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
But the problem, if you look at the data structure, 10, 20, 30, 40, and there is a null. That means, can I say this is an empty space?
Yes.
But generally, whenever you are removing, will it have an empty space? No, correct?
No.
So that means whenever you are removing an element, you have to reduce the index also. See, whenever you are adding a data, whenever you call the add method, what are you doing? You are putting it first 0th index and then incrementing the index. Similarly,
Yes.
whenever I'm removing, I have to decrement the index and then make the value as null, correct? Now,
Yeah.
if I do index equal to index minus 1, first index is 5, 5 minus 1, 4. A of 4 equal to null. Then this will become null. And what is the value of index currently? 4. It is
4.
pointing it here. So whenever I say h dot add 60, can I say it will not go to 5, it will go to 4 only, correct? And there is no blank space in middle, right? Can I say yes?
I mean, we removed
50, we removed 50.
Okay, yeah, got it. Yes.
So after removing the element, see, removing the element is nothing but you are just assigning it to null. Okay. But why am I reducing the index? If I am not reducing the index, can I say it will have a blank spaces in the array list inside in the array?
Yes.
Yeah. So is it a right approach to have a blank space?
No.
No. So now if you look at the predefined data structure, let us see that also once. Now here 10, 20, 30, 40. Now if I say, so it's array list, right? Now let us look at, yeah. So if you look 10, 20, 05, 89, 91. Now whenever you are printing it, I will do s dot pop. Okay. What is the output, guys? Whenever I say pop here?
91.
91. Now if I say s dot add 100. Okay. Now I will do sys out s. What is the output you think here?
10, 20, 5,
20.
89, 100.
05, 89,
100.
100. But do you think, see, 91 is removed, but do you think that for 91 are we leaving a space and then adding? No, correct? It will be added immediately after 89, correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
So that means there is no space. Let's see. If I look at the output, then I will understand. See, it is printing. Now, whenever I say peak 91, pop means 91 it is returning. Okay. See, after returning, look at here. What does the pop, see, 91 is removed. So do you have an empty space here? See, I'm not just making the 91 null. I'm also reducing the index. If I'm not reducing the index, it will have an empty space, correct? See, immediately after 89, it is added. I hope you are able to understand. Now let us write the peak method here and see. Now if I in the pop, if a dot length is 0, you cannot do. Now if I am doing a of a dot length minus 1, that's it. Now and after that I will call the add method and see what happens. Now let us do custom stack. Now let us in the stack example itself, let's do first. Yeah, custom stack using an array, CS equal to new custom stack using an array. Now let's keep the size as 5. Okay. CS dot add push. I think we have added a push method. Done. Let us take the same example. See 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now after that, sys out CS. Okay. Now let us do sys out CS dot pop. Okay. Now let us do after that CS dot add. Sorry, push 60. And then see after that sys out CS. Okay. I did not override the toString method, but not a problem. We will see internal data structure. Okay. If I run the program, so here, whenever you're adding a CS, so it is, see, what is the current index variable, guys? 5. So is it same as per my diagram? Index after adding 5 elements, index will become 5, correct? Agree with
Yes.
me, everyone? Yeah.
Yes.
Now, what is the data internally? If you look at here, what is the array? Internal data structure is array. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 is containing, correct? Done. See, I'm not overriding the toString method, hence it is doing. So we can override it. That shouldn't be a problem. Now let's go into the pop method. Now, is the a dot length is 0? No. Then what is the a dot length?
4,
5.
5. 5.
See, 5. 5 minus 1 means 4. So pop method, what should I do? I have to return, first of all, I have to make a bracket a dot length minus 1. I have to return, I have to get the object, right? Object obj equal to, and then a dot length minus 1 equal to null. So that object will be removed. And I will do return obj. Okay, now let us debug again. Debug as Java application. See, index is holding 5. Okay, now let us do pop method. See, what is the last element, guys? A of dot length minus 1, 50, correct? Now, whenever I say a pop method, it should return 50 and the 50 should be removed. Now I'm making a dot length equal to minus 1. Done. It is returning, look at here. Can I say it is returning 50? Yes. But in the pop method, did I reduce any index?
No, we just send to null.
Yeah. Now I'm just trying to tell you what happens. Now, if I go here, if you look at the data structure, what is the data structure? Can I say 10, 20, 30, 40, and the value is null. Now, whenever I add the element, my index is 5. Now, if I'm trying to add the element 60, where the 60 will be added? At index 5 only, correct? If you look at here, can I say this null is as it is, correct? If I do not reduce the index, can I say in between there is a null? But correct. Is it happening in the real data structure?
No.
No, correct? There will not be,
Yeah.
see, whenever you are removing, whenever you are adding a data, you are incrementing an index. Similarly, whenever I'm removing the data, should I decrement the index? Yes or no?
Yes.
So that is the reason I am not doing this one. What I will do is, so a dot, so first I will do index equal to index minus 1 and then return a of index. Okay. Now a of index equal to null and then return obj. Okay. Now let us debug the same program. If you look at the predefined data structure, see it is holding 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. Now a dot length is none. Now what I am doing, index equal to index minus 1. Index is currently 5. 5 minus 1, 4. A of 4 is nothing but 50. And a of 4, I am making it to null. Done. Okay. Now, if you look at here, can I say my index is reduced?
Yes.
And my data structure is 10, 20, 30, 40, null. Now, index, see, can I say at 4th position, what is the object I have now? Null, correct? See, 10, 20, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. At 4th position, I have null. Now, whenever I'm pushing, where this element will go, line number 18? It will go into the index 4, and then after that index will be incremented, correct? If I look at what happened, index has become 5. And what is my data structure? Do I have a blank spaces now?
No.
No.
Hope you understand.
Yes.
Guys, everyone understood. I hope everyone understood this, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes.
So whenever you are, do I need to do any shift operations? Not needed. Okay. Now, these 4 lines of code, how can I write? Now let us do. Can I write like this?
Here I have small doubt.
Yeah.
If I call 2 times the pop method,
Yes.
after that, if I add any element,
Yes.
then what will happen? Like, because you are assigning null to the indexes, right? So if you are calling,
you have to, you are reducing the index. See here. Now let us do, you wanted to call again, right? Let's do.
Yes.
Now here, if I do again, so here, now whenever I am doing s dot pop, what is, okay, now let us do, whenever I do s dot pop, okay, what is the output I got? 50, correct? And what is the index after reducing? Index has become 4, correct? The one who asked a question.
Yes.
Yeah. Now again, if I call the pop, what in the pop method, what I'm doing first? Index equal to index minus 1. Then what is the index value? Currently index equal to 4. Index will become now 3. Now at 3 position, what is the value is there? Can I say 40? And 40 will be returned. That means you are replacing the 4th. See now, whenever you add an element, okay, at which element the 60 will be added? The third index. Correct?
Yeah.
So that you do not have any blank spaces.
Then 4th index, it will show null only, right? Because we are assigning null.
See, what is it? What is your data structure will contain? If you are assigning the data structure like this, by default, what is the value? If I create an int array like this, just a minute, guys. Yeah, sorry guys. Yeah. So my daughter has fallen down. Sorry for that. Yeah. So now if I say enter I equal to new int of 10, what is the, at each position, what does the predefined value of int?
Null.
Is it null or 0?
Sorry,
it's a
it is a
primitive.
int, right? It is a primitive, it is 0.
Now if I keep capital integer,
It will be null.
now then what is the object? By default, whether I assign it or not, by default it will hold null, right? Hope your question is cleared now.
Yes, that got cleared. But I thought, like if you see it previously shown the inbuilt stack something, they're not even adding null. They're simply creating a new with the
so that means
reduced size, something like that.
They're not even assigning the null, and they're not even creating a data structure. See, where I am getting creating a initialization in the array itself, correct?
Yeah.
And here, instead of doing it in array, you can create a static block, or you can create a different way of doing it, right? See, whether you are storing it in null or not, what is the harm, correct?
Okay.
That's the thing. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So now, so we know, see here in my custom stack, see, what is a stack? When can I say it is a stack? when can I call any data structure is a stack? Whenever it is implementing the pop method, peek method, push method, correct? That means if the data structure is implementing last in first out behavior, can I call it as a stack? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. Now here in this stack, where am I, whenever I'm using a push method, where am I storing the data? What is the data structure internally here in this custom stack?
Array.
Array. Now instead of array, can I also implement the stack using linked list? That means I will do the last in first out. Yes. But where am I? See here, in order to store the data, there are two ways. Till now, whatever you know. One is to store the data in the form of an array internally, or another one is in the form of a node. Like one node is containing a address of next node, right? Now, so here, whenever I'm creating a custom stack, I'm using the object array. Now, can I also use something like node or linked list to store the data and then do the pop method and all? Can I also do that?
Yes, sir.
So
yes.
if I do that, can I call it as a stack implementation using a linked list? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
So that is the most frequently asked question, guys. Write a program to implement the stack using linked list. Okay. Now so similar to yesterday, I will create. Okay. Now you guys tell me if I have to implement a linked list. We'll come to the pop method, peek method later. So linked list means what? How can I do?
You have to have a node and the node has to do the next.
Yeah. So you guys tell me, I will write the code. I hope now, see, whatever you have learned in the linked list array, you are able to recollect it now, correct? Now, what does the linked list will contain internally?
Node data.
So there is a class called node,
Head.
correct?
Node of code.
So, okay. And I have to have, so node head, correct? Equal to null, done. Now, in this node class, what is the data? What is the things I need to add?
Data.
Okay.
Object
What is the
data.
type of object?
Object.
Data. And then?
Node next.
Node next. Why am I using the node next only? Why not something else?
You can use next. I mean, the object name you can use anything, but
Why? Yes,
it has
I
to refer
understand.
to the next. It has to refer to the next node, right?
Yes.
That's
Why
the
am I
fact.
using node? Why can't I use employee?
No, it has to reference the same.
Yeah,
type.
because in the linked list, everything is a object of a node class, correct? How can you put one object into another object? It should be same type. Am I right? Yeah. So now,
Yeah.
So now I have to create a constructor, correct? Object data. This dot data equal to data. Okay. Now, can I say this is my internal data structure? Now, what should I implement, guys? First, if I want to add a data, you can use the add method. Apart from that, in the stack, what do I have? Yeah, I have a method called push, correct? Public. What is the difference between an add method and push method in stack?
Return type. Boolean for add and push.
So push returns the object that you are trying to add it, correct? Object obj. Okay, now let's write return obj. Now, so in the linked list, whenever I'm trying to add, what is the functionality I should do? Linked list add method. Just try to remember.
You should see whether the list contains null. If then you add it as a first element.
Before that, I should
You
do
assign
The
the node to be inserted as a
create a node object.
First, I need to create a node object because, yeah. First, I need to create a node object because everything in that linked list is a node, correct? How can I create a node? By node n equal to new node followed by I have to pass the object so that it will call the constructor and then it will create. So for example, if I'm calling from the main method, if I'm calling CL dot or a CS custom stack dot add 10 or anything employee object, whatever it is. Can I say first I'm creating a node object like this? And what it is having 20 or something, whatever it is. What is the value here? Null. Correct? Done. Now after this, what should I do? First, for the first step in the push method is to create a node object. Done. After that, what should I do?
Check whether head is null or not.
Yeah. So by default, the first element in the linked list is a head. So I'm checking whether the head is null. For the first time, head will be null or not?
Yeah,
Yes.
it will be null.
Yeah.
Yes,
Then
sir.
what should I do?
You assign the head to the
Object
node.
is head is equal to
Head equal to n. Done. So that means, can I say now I have pointed it to head? Done. Now whenever I call again, CS dot add 20, 30. Now whenever I'm adding the second node, will this code work now? Again,
No.
say, whenever you are adding a node, first create a node object. Done. Okay, done. After that, I need to create a link between first node and second node. Okay. Now I have to go to the else part, correct? Whenever you are adding a second element, the head is no longer null. Now what is the code I should write?
Till the next the while loop.
Yeah. So why am I using a while loop? Why can't I use like this head dot next equal to n?
Because
Okay.
we have to reach the last.
Yeah. If I do like this, what is the problem?
You'll always override.
Yeah, we are always see, even if you add 1,000 nodes, how many nodes will be there in your linked list? Only 2, correct?
2 nodes.
Yeah. So what is the way we need to do? Node temp equal to head. Why am I taking the temp variable, guys?
since we try
Just to iterate.
Yeah. See, if I am not taking this value into a temp, then my head will be replaced, correct? See, generally internally, temp dot next not equal to null, correct? Not equal to null. Then what I will do, temp equal to temp dot next. Now, if I am doing head equal to head dot next, after the iteration is completed, my head will be pointing it to the last element, correct? Right? So that is what I don't want. Now, can I say temp dot next equal to n now? Yes or no? Now, this is one way. What is the other way, guys? Instead of having similar to the head, can I have one more pointer called last, which I have explained in the last maybe 2 classes back?
Yeah, that will avoid the while loop.
Yes. Now here, last equal to n, and this is one way of writing the code. Let's comment this because you already know. Okay, then what I will do here, last dot next equal to n and last equal to n, correct? This will avoid. No need to, you don't need to iterate in the push method. Can I say this is a push method? Yes or no? Guys,
You have to attach, right? You have to attach to the.
I have attached it, right? See here, whenever you're creating first head and last, what is the variable it is holding? First, I am adding only first node. Last head equal to n, last equal to n. Can I say both pointers are having to my 20? Yes. Now, whenever I go to s dot add 30, first I will create a 30, correct? Done. Then what I'm doing, last dot next equal to n. This is n. Okay. Last dot next. See, that is what I'm doing first. Last dot next equal to n. I have attached it. Yeah. And then after attaching, which will become a last node? Technically, this is no longer null. This is the last node, correct? That is what I'm doing, last equal to n, correct? Hope you understand. The one who asked the question, is it clarified?
Yeah. It's clear.
Guys, anyone has any questions on this so far? Now, if I have to implement the peak method, guys, what is the implementation? Can someone tell me? What does the peak method will do? Public peak Does the peak method takes any argument?
No.
No. So what is the return type?
Object.
Object. So internally, what should I write code? Now in this program, you tell me which variable is holding your, see, peak will give you last element, but it will not delete. So which variable is holding the last element in this diagram?
Last.
Correct, last. Now directly can I do? I don't need to iterate. Return last dot data. Can I do? Yes. This is one way of implementation. What is another way? Take, write the code like this, correct? If the head is null, what should I do? I have to throw the exception, correct? If not, I have to iterate like this, right? Now what I will do, if the head is null, then I will throw new empty stack. Stack is empty. Okay. Now if it is not, then one way I will do like this, like whatever I have mentioned, like return last dot data. Okay. Another way I can iterate, and I will go to whenever, say, I will say temp dot next not equal now. That means whenever the while loop is broken, can I return temp dot data? Return temp dot data, correct? Can I say these two are the implementations?
Yes.
Yeah. Any questions?
Yeah, I have a question. The way we are iterating is, it's like an external iterator, right? Either a for loop or while loop, or of course you navigated without a loop also. But since this is part of collections, right? I mean, it has a stream, and can I do the implementation with the stream dot for each, which will iterate each on a internal iterator of the object?
See, you are using a for each, right? See, now here,
correct.
So here in the linked list, you cannot do, because how can you create a stream? In order to create a stream,
you can be having a collection, any collection
or
reference
array,
will have a stream, right? Yeah.
Arrays dot stream. Okay. So if you look at the arrays dot stream method, what it is taking? It is taking an array, correct? Array object. That means what is it? But in whenever you are implementing a stack using a linked list, do you have array, any array object? No, correct. But in the custom stack using an array implementation, do you have an array object? Yes.
Yeah.
So that means if your data structure is array, then you go by arrays dot stream. Okay. If your data structure is a collection object, then collection object dot, say for example, if I have an array list dot stream of, like list dot stream, like let me create list L equal to new array list. Okay.
L dot stream of.
Yeah. L dot stream. L dot stream will give you stream object. On top of this, you can use for each. So
yeah, that will also have a
yeah. But in this scenario, what is your internal data structure? It's not an array. It is not a collection object. It's a node. Can you use the stream object now?
Okay.
No, right?
No. We can't.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I thought in Java 8 when they switched over to functional, the streams and other stuff.
Yes.
They have not touched the list. They have not touched the core
linked list.
1.2 linked list. They have not touched or list.
Yeah, because
they have touched node.
Yeah. So they did not touch, because you can create a stream object only when you have an array object or when you have a collection object.
Correct. Here we are having a node object.
Yeah. It is not a collection object. It is neither array nor a collection. Okay.
Got it.
So wherever you have that, not only this one, even whether they implement or not. See, what is the streams are doing? Streams are making your life easy, correct? If you know exactly what is happening internally in the stream, you can use it. Whether the internal data structure is using or not, if you are writing your own data structure, you can write it, not a problem.
Yeah.
Even you can use a parallel stream also, which is good than the stream.
Yeah. Yeah, because after 8, right, the recommendation as per the standards now they are advising not to use the external iterator in
Yes.
the code.
Yes. Yeah. These all I used to teach in my Java 8, 9, 11 also. So not only 8, you have some stream changes in the 9 also well. And from the 9, the entire Java has become a modular. So there is no class path. It becomes a module path. So there is no public. Say whenever you declare a class as a public and package as a public, it is no longer a public. So it is only for that module until you express in the module-info.java. So that is there in the mod like Java 9. Like with the latest features of Java, you can do so many things. Like you don't need to worry about it, but you need to know. So that I used to explain all of those in my
Yeah,
Java 8, 9,
now
11.
I'm clear. There's no array or list collection inside the linked list. So it has a node. You can't do a stream on go for example.
Yeah. Fine. So any other questions, anyone on the peak method? Now you guys tell me if I have to implement the pop, how can I do?
Yeah, the same way we have written for the linked list remove, right? But this is not as complex as the linked list of remove because we are going to remove only from the vector.
So whenever I am removing, for example, I have one more, let us take one more node. If I say pop method, okay. Now what should I do? I have to remove this element. See, remove method, see, in the linked list, we have written a remove method. It can remove it, remove method takes a object, it can remove it first position, middle position, last position also. But pop method means you, irrespective of what object you have to remove last element. Now, if I have to remove the last element, this one, then what should I do? 30.next equal to null and 40 equal to null. 30.next means whenever this is a temp variable, can I say this will become a previous variable, correct? That means previous dot next equal to null, temp equal to null. So that next element comes, then it will be added after this, correct? Hope you guys remember we used to have one previous variable. So while iterating itself, we used to have one previous variable. Now let us do it quickly. Pop method head is null now. See here, I also will take previous node previous equal to null. Now, whenever the temp dot next, so before this adding, before changing the value of temp, I will hold the current value of temp into a previous variable. Previous equal to temp. Okay. Then what I'm doing here, previous dot next equal to next equal to null. And then I will, before making the temp as null, temp dot data equal to object obj. Okay. Now return obj, and I will make temp equal to null. Don't worry, I will explain. Now let us look at. Now I have 3 elements. Okay. Now I have 10, 20, 20, 30, 43. Okay. Now can someone tell me whenever I start the logic, what is my head? What is my head?
First data.
What is that in this example? What is that value?
20.
20, right? Now,
Yes.
is the 20 dot next, is it null?
No.
No. Then what I'm doing first, previous equal to temp. That means, can I say I have taken one previous variable and that is currently holding 20, correct? Done. Now temp equal to temp dot next. That means temp will become what? 30. Am I right? So this will become temp. Okay. Now again, I will repeat. Temp dot next, is it null? Currently temp is nothing but 30. 30 dot next, is it null? No. Then I am overwriting the temp value, previous value. Look at here, previous equal to temp. That means this is no longer previous. This is my previous. Okay, done. Now again, my temp will, after rewriting, temp equal to temp dot next. Now temp will become 40, correct? Now temp will become 40. 40 dot next, is it null? 40 dot
Yes.
next, is it null? Yes. Now, whenever yes, can I say the loop is broken?
Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
what you need to do, guys, whenever you identify no, 30 dot next equal to, what do you need to do? 30 dot next equal to null and 40 equal to null, so that it will be, this node will be garbage collected. First, you need to remove this link, correct? Now, in order to remove this link, 30 dot next equal to null. Now, which variable in this diagram, which variable is holding 30, guys?
Previous.
So can I say
Previous.
previous dot next equal to null,
No.
correct? Done.
Yes.
And which variable is holding for, and after that, see, if I say this one, can I say this link is removed? Currently, it is holding null, correct? Now, whenever
Yes.
the link is removed, this object, if I want to make this object to be garbage collected, I have to assign the object to null, correct? So 40 equal to null. Which variable is holding 40? Temp equal to null. So that after some point of time, it will be garbage collected. Before making the temp equal to null, what is the data you want to return from the pop method? 40, correct? The object you need to return. So I have taken that data into, before making it to null, I have taken the temp.data equal to obj, and I have returned obj. So once you know the linked list and array list implementation thoroughly, implementing a stack using a array list, implementation of stack using linked list, does it easy?
Yeah.
So guys, do you think from the time you joined for this course and at this point of today, does your coding skills have improved at least some up to some level?
Yes.
What do you think, guys? Others?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So you just need to put a, say, only thing is you need to, whenever we say anything, we think that we do not have a source code. But if you look at the source code, and if you are good at core Java basics, then you can write anything. Okay. So that's all for today. And there is one more thing, stack implementation queue. But before that, we need to know what is a queue. So I request you guys to, I will share this entire code today, but I will share at the end of the day or maybe tomorrow. In the meantime, I want you to implement custom stack using linked list. Whatever I have written here, I want you guys to write on your own. Okay. Write a program to implement the stack using linked lists. Okay. And in the next class, we are going to look at the queue. There is one more topic left in the stack, is stack implementation using queue. But in order to learn that, you need to know what is a queue, right? So tomorrow we are going to start with a queue, and similar to the pop, queue follows first in, first out. There are some methods. So we also have blocking queue. We also have priority queue. I will explain those, what are those queues, and then we will try to implement a queue using a linked list, queue using an array. Then we'll come back to the stack using queue using stack. And after that, trees we will discuss. So any questions, anyone?
So this the previous was must be not right. After that, we have to make jump also null.
Sorry, Shiva, I could not hear you clearly. Can you come again?
So in pop method, the previous one must be null, right?
Yes. Yes, correct.
After that, we have to make jump also null, or
yes, if you make it, see, generally if you make any object to reference to null, what happens? Garbage collection will remove that object memory, correct? This is not mandatory, but if you make it null, then garbage collection, for example, this temp object might have taken 3 bytes or 4 bytes of memory. Okay. If you make it to null, see, since you are removing, do you need this? No. So if you are making it to null, what happens? That object will be garbage collected, and the memory will be, that 4 bytes or 5 bytes of memory will be freed. That is the reason you need to do. Even if you don't want to do, that's also fine.
Yeah, but I thought like while we making previous dot must equal null, so the link will be cut, right? So
no, previous dot next will remove this link. This object is pointing it to this object, that it will remove the link, but the memory occupied by this object will not be getting removed, correct? This will be there forever, some time. whenever you make the reference to null, then what does the garbage collection will think? This object is no longer used in the project because the developer is making it null. Hence, it will free up the memory immediately whenever the garbage collection is running. It's a good way of writing.
Yeah, yes, sir. Got it.
Yeah. So guys, I request everyone to please write a program to implement stack using linked list, so that you will know, you can rate yourself how much you understood on the linked list. Okay. So if no question, that's all for today, guys. And we are on track to complete. So we started this on 19th, but the demo classes went, and actual classes started on July 1st week or something, correct? Or sorry, July end. So we are good to close. The leftover topics are queue and trees. We have ample amount of time. We have another 2 weeks. So by 26, we'll try to close it. And then we'll start with the demo classes of data structures. If anybody is interested to continue, like I know that some of you guys have joined for collections. But if you are good to continue to the data structures, you can do. You can pay the differential amount and then you can continue. And after this, I'm going to start. So parallelly, I have a multi-threading session, guys, at 8:30 every day. If you are interested, you can join that too. And post that, I will be starting Java 8, 9, 11. Okay. So that's all for today. Thank you, guys. Thanks for joining. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.